You work hard to lose weight. You change your eating, you start exercising, you see the progress, and then weight comes back. Sometimes fast, sometimes more weight than before. Does this sound familiar? If so, it's not because you did something wrong. It's not because your body is broken. It's because no one ever told you what's really going on when you lose fat. I can't wait to show you this study because fat isn't just extra weight. It's also storing something that your body is trying to protect you from. And if you don't handle that, your body will do the only thing it can do to survive. It will store that back up and put fat right back on to keep that thing stored. I'm going to show you why it happens and what you can do to stop that rebounding yo-yo cycle for good. Fat loss is hard, not just because of the effort or the discipline. It's because your body is designed to hold on to fat in certain conditions. It is programmed for you to survive, and it commonly wants some reserves. But one of the conditions that the body is creating fat for is toxicity. You are exposed to harmful chemicals, over 100 different ones, every single day. Pesticides on your food, plastics from your packaging and your water bottles, cleaning products, hormone disruptors in your body through cosmetics and things we put on our skin. When your liver and your kidneys can't eliminate those fats fast enough, your body stores them as fat, especially in the belly. And the fat, even more importantly, around your organs. I'm talking about this fat right here. The outside fat is bad, but the fat around the organs is worse. Now, why? Why does this go down? Because many of the toxins are lipophilic. Lipophilic means that they dissolve in fats and they prefer to be stored in fat. It's much safer than just letting them float around your body and in your bloodstream and impact and damage and bounce against things and crash. They're little gremlins. So fat doesn't just store calories. It becomes a holding tank for chemical waste inside of your body when your liver or your filters weren't able to process them. So this is your body protecting you, not malfunctioning. But when you lose fat, the cells shrink. At first, you lose the water weight. And so the cells are just shrinking down. You're losing the water weight. That's the first couple of weeks. Then you hit this sort of plateau mark that some of you might be in. That's when your body's trying to, so it's shrinking them down. And now it's like, we got to get, and it finally opens those up, right? So you're like, weight loss is water. Then you're like, what the heck? How come? It's just trying to crack in to burn that fat up. Boom. The walls fall. The army gets through the gates. The breach happens, but then everything stored inside gets released into your bloodstream. And what's also stored inside, outside of the fat, are the chemicals, and they have the name of persistent organic pollutants, POPs. Persistent, they don't break down easily. Organic, they contain carbon, just like you, so they can kind of just mold with you. Pollutants, your body doesn't want them in the system. They're pollutants, POPs. So when you lose weight, blood levels of POPs spike. How much? Absolutely shocking. Check this out. Here's the research of the increase of blood levels of POPs in obese individuals after weight loss. I'm going to fast forward down through the abstract to right here. According to the literature search criteria, 17 studies identified over 2,000 participants. Data from 5 of the studies with 270 participants. And they were looking at and assessing the changes in their blood levels of POP in percentage per kilogram, okay? So this isn't as America friendly, but they were looking at kilograms of weight loss. So weight loss in the included study varied from 4.4 to 64 kilograms. So we're talking 10 pounds all the way up to well over 100. In all of the studies, the majority of POP concentrations in the blood were found to rise following weight reduction. How much? Blood concentrations following weight reductions were elevated 2 to 4% per kilogram of weight loss. 2 to 4%. That means if you lost 4.4 kilograms, there's a 4% increase for every single kilogram. Right there, we've got a 16% increase. If you were in the 100-pound weight loss club, you're talking an upwards of 260 to 300% increase in the amount released in the blood, and it stays elevated for 12 months after the intervention. 2 to 4% increase for every 2 to 3 pounds you lose. Every 2 to 3 pounds that goes down, that's going up, and it can increase fat by up to 300% or more. That study needs to be talked about way more. The elevated levels of chemicals go up. You release fat, you release POPs, the chemicals. Now your detox systems are overwhelmed, specifically the liver and secondarily the kidneys. They're already working hard. The liver is the hardest working organ inside of your body. It filters out hundreds of gallons of blood, as does the kidney, every single day. And its only job is bad news deliveries all day long. It's the garbage dump. Toxin, isolate it, neutralize it, get it to your digestive system, get it out of you. That's what it does all day long. There's never good news of like, oh, good package. It's always on the job of isolating and detoxing you. And now they're flooded with years worth of stored toxins when you release fat. So then what happens? Your detox pathways back up. Inflammation increases. Metabolism slows down. Hormones like insulin or cortisol or estrogen get thrown off because now we've got this wave of pollution. It's like an oil spill in an ocean. All forms of life, all forms of hormones, all disrupted. You feel more tired because of the sluggish that's running through your veins. You start craving sugar and carbohydrates, and your body shifts into survival mode. And then it does the only thing that it knows how to do, which is it starts storing fat again, but not for fuel, to protect you. We have to isolate this oil spill. We've got to get it contained. And it gives the toxins a place to go because the filters can't keep up. The liver can't keep up. It's overwhelmed. The kidneys can't keep up. It's not your willpower. It's biology. It's the biochemistry in the body. You didn't hit a plateau. You hit a toxic bottleneck that I call rebounding. Here's the rebounding effect. You're toxic, you're stored fat, you're overweight, you're inflamed, and the hormones are off. You do a diet, so I hate this word. You need a lifestyle. You don't need a short-term weight loss, but we do it. And so then you lose weight by dieting. Looking good, Barry. But then you didn't deal with the overwhelm of 12 years worth of POPs, pollutants stored in the fat, and they all release into the system, and your body gets overwhelmed, your liver gets overwhelmed, your hormones get overwhelmed, and your body stores it back on, and sometimes even more. Fresh fat cells, even more weight gain because of the cravings and the things associated. So what do we start to do? How do we keep the weight off? By supporting detoxification. That's what we want to focus on. So now that you understand what your body goes through during fat loss, I'm not saying don't lose weight. I'm just saying the filters it relies on, the toxins it releases, and the stress that it creates to the system, it should be clear. This isn't about what you stop eating. It's about what you start supporting. You need to reduce what's overwhelming your system. You need to strengthen the organs doing the filtering. Fix your filters. You need to make sure that once toxins leave your fat cells, they don't stick around. And these 3 steps are how you do it. Step 1, reduce the toxic load coming in detox systems that are already under pressure. Don't add more junk to the process. Your food choices fix this quickly. That's why like vegetarian, carnivore, vegan, doesn't matter to me. Pick whatever you resonate with and whatever will help you stick with it long term, but cut the crap. Every one of those diet meal plans, keto, you can eat forms of crap that have low sugar. Vegetarian, you can eat forms of crap that don't contain animal products. Carnivore, you can eat crap meat. So we've got to make sure we're paying attention to toxic load. It supersedes all diets. It becomes a lifestyle of pay attention to crap, which is C, the processed carbs. These processed forms, white forms of these breads and crackers and grains, though stripped of their God-given thing that you need, which is fiber to move the food through the system. Instead, they're removed of the fiber and they're sticky and they break down within seconds of your mouth and entering into your bloodstream, spiking your insulin levels, storing fat, let alone all the chemicals that come with those processed carbohydrates. The R of crap, rancid oils, canolas, corn, soybean, vegetable oil. They're found in fried foods, dressings, mayonnaise. Check your mayo. Mayonnaise is a lot of bad oil in that thing. Crackers, granola bars, restaurant food. The more you heat these oils, the worse they get, like by multiples. They oxidize your body, they damage your fat cells. In fact, those fat cells end up getting made out of crap oils, rancid oils. So when you release and open the fat cells, what comes with it are released rancid oils. The A of crap, artificial ingredients, especially sweeteners, the number one most dangerous health food ingredients, sucralose. Watch the video on it. You'll be shocked what it does to your liver cells. We'll post it. Aspartame, anything zero sugar, skinny, light, all toxic. The artificial ingredients, the food dyes that are kind of taking a hit now, finally, directly linked to cancer, yet we're allowing companies to leave it in for the next couple of years till they figure out how to change their formula, sell out of their old inventory and remove it. It's crap. And we now know it with moves like that. The P is processed proteins. When your meat has been highly processed, when the cow has been highly processed, when the fish has been fed fake food, when the chicken has been injected with things, all of that crap processed ends up in you. So you want more clean, wild-caught, free-roaming cows and pasture-raised eggs and chickens. These are very important pieces to lower the toxic load. Cutting these frees the liver up and the kidneys up to eliminate the toxins being released by fat loss. Meaning, if you can clean a lot of those things up, it greatly helps take pressure off the liver, off the kidneys, so it can deal with the release of the toxins. This is why when you're doing dirty forms of dieting, dirty dieting, I'll coin the term. My gosh, I've followed so many regimens over the years, and I'll see like, just get your protein in, bro. And you're eating like muscle milk, drinks, sucralose, anything as long as it has protein. It's all crap. It's releasing that fat. Your liver and your kidneys are taking a beating. This is why I'm not worried about vegetarian or carnivore. I'm worried about you eliminating the crap, because I know if you can do that, you're going to start losing weight. Your liver and your kidneys can catch up way easier. Step 2, toxins don't leave your body by magic. They leave through your organs. There's 7 filters in your body. Top of my head. Kidneys, liver, skin, colon, lungs, lymph system, fat cells. Those are your 7. They leave through those organs. If those organs are clogged or sluggish, toxins get stuck. So you need to detoxify those organs to help them out. We want to support them. And that means taking different steps for different parts of the system. If it's your kidneys, are you drinking enough water while you're losing the weight? This is why I do recommend, maybe not for the rest of your life, half of your body weight in ounces of pure water. I like to add lemon to the water at least once a day. So that way you can break down some of the calcium buildup and the backup in the kidneys. But your body's going to need enough to flush some of those things out, helping it out by drinking enough water. Herbal teas can be added in, like a dandelion or a ginger. Those have direct impact on the health of the kidney. And if you need a little extra kick, it's the bitter, unsweetened cranberry juice. That'll give a little pop. Or maybe some more asparagus in your diet. You can smell that coming out. It's helping those kidneys. Your gut. Remember what we talked about with the processed crap? It's removed of fiber. We need fiber. Your gut needs fiber. Where is it coming from? Simple ways to get it. Fibers carry toxins. It carries them out of the system, pushes them out of your digestive tract. Leafy greens. Don't like them, Doc. Don't like them. If you're talking about fried collard greens, then I'm in. Okay, Barry, why don't we put a handful of spinach in your smoothie? You drink it, you won't even know they're there. Let's cook some vegetables. Let's steam them. Let's cook them. Let's season them a little bit. Let's get some broccoli on the side. Let's stop eating the fried rancid oil fries and go for just a different vegetable. Beans, lentils, full of good minerals, berries. If you're going to have whole fruits, let's keep sugar down to keep pressure off of the liver. Fruit has a lot of fructose. The liver is the only place that can break down fructose. If you're eating a lot of fructose, it's hard on your liver while weight loss is already taxing the liver. So Granny Smith apples, grapefruits, lemons, limes, berries. That's where I kind of stick to get some extra fiber in the form of fruit. Your skin, your lymph, sweat. The 10-minute workouts that I teach, literally 10 minutes, no gym, no equipment, get in the shape of your life. I don't care if you haven't moved for decades, haven't worked out, you're 200 pounds overweight. We've got a level 1, level 2, level 3, those workouts. We'll post one for you. You can try one. Move daily. Stretch. One of my favorites for the limp, trampoline. Rebounding. Mini trampoline. Get a 2 to 5 minutes. Man, you are stimulating the pumps of your calves to move the fluid back up to your body. Otherwise, it's going to sit and pool down there. A lot of you have an edema. Sweat. You could use a sauna if you have access. You could use a hot shower. It's another way. And then you could, right at the end, turn it to cold and let that hit you for about 60 seconds. Ooh, that stimulates that parasympathetic nervous system. Your healing and relaxing nervous system actually gets stimulated with the cold shower. So like heat and then maybe a little kick of cold at the end. It's going to help the skin, tighten the skin, push the lymph system. And the most important, the liver and the bile. Lemon water in the morning. You can have it warm. You can have it room temp. You're nourishing that digestive tract, any calcium buildups in the liver. You're helping out the bile, the squeezing of the gallbladder, the detoxing of the liver. It stimulates bile flow. Bile carries fat-soluble toxins out the digestive system. This is why it's very crucial if you don't have a gallbladder, we've got to get some supplemented bile into the system. I'll talk more about that in a second. Bile breaks those fats down and gets released. It's a stored sac, the gallbladder is, but your liver's still producing it even if you don't have a gallbladder. It's breaking those down and getting those out. If those exit doors are closed, toxins recirculate. If the kidney's a bit backed up, if the liver's congested, it's just going to find a new freeway and a new street to go somewhere else in your body of your blood vessels. And then eventually it's going to find a home. It's going to find an exit elsewhere. If those pathways are open, those exit doors and exit ramps are open, toxins flow out. No reason to store it in fat. Step 3, feed your liver. The one that has to be the head of all of this, what it needs. Your liver is your detox processing plant. It needs raw materials to neutralize and eliminate toxins. It needs materials, supplies, in order to neutralize the enemies. It needs some clean protein. This is why with a carnivore or a keto, I care about nutrients, but I care about the quality of the nutrients. Pasture-raised eggs, wild-caught fish, organic poultry, grass-fed beef, could do some lentils or pumpkin seeds if needed, if you're not tolerating meat very well, but we need clean protein. You go to tofu, you're doing highly genetically modified processed protein. So we got to be careful there. Protein builds glutathione. Glutathione is the street sweeper of the body. It is the master antioxidant that neutralizes toxins, especially in the liver. Additional nutrients outside of protein and its amino acids. Glutathione is built out of amino acids. That's why protein is so important. But additional nutrients that support that key, glutathione and liver function, NAC would be one of the building blocks of the amino acid cysteine. So if you're eating clean protein, you're getting cysteine. I like collagen for this matter because it provides good cysteine, but NAC is just a child of cysteine and acetylcysteine. It's a building block, cysteine is, of glutathione. Milk thistle. Milk thistle is like a galvanizing protectant for the liver, protects and regenerates the liver. Artichoke. Put some artichokes on your salad. Have a bit more artichoke. Maybe not the artichoke dip with chips. That would kind of go against what we're talking about. Dandelion root. Could be a tea, could be a powder. It increases bile function. Choline. This is why regularly, one of my favorite sources of clean protein, eggs. You can check out my video on the 7 foods that help bolster liver function, liver health. I talk about eggs in there for their abundant source of choline. It moves fat and toxins out of the liver. The liver can't run on hope. It can't run on just hydration. We've got to give it the supplies or it won't do its job. If you need help on summing up those nutrients, I put my link below for how to get the liver cleanse, which provides artichokes and dandelion and lemon powder and NAC and berberine, these very liver-friendly nutrients to provide the supplies to support the hardest working organ in your body. That simple capsule, 2 a day, will support it. If you need a cleanse, you can take 4 a day to help the body move along, especially when you're losing weight. That link is below. If you've ever lost weight and gained it back and felt like that your body was fighting you. Now you know why. It's not because you didn't try hard enough. It's not because your body can't change. It's because your body was protecting you. But now you know how to protect your body by cleansing as you burn fat. I teach my lifestyle followers and people that are getting coached by us every single month to do a week focused on cleansing in the middle of their journey, because a lot of them are losing weight. And this keeps the toxins moving out so your body doesn't have to store them again. If you're serious about losing weight and keeping it off, I took a 12-hour masterclass of cleansing these filters, the kidney, the lymph, the liver, the colon, how to repair these filters. And I distilled it into 20 minutes. It's packed with the exact foods, the nutrients, detox strategies that your body needs to safely eliminate the toxins released that come during fat loss. And then finally, break the cycle of regaining weight. This is the part almost everybody skips. And it's the reason why so many people fail, put the weight on, and end up gaining more. So be sure to watch that video now while it's fresh into your mind. I'll link it here. Click to watch it next, and I'll see you over at a 12-hour masterclass in 20 minutes. The #1 fastest way to reverse liver and kidney damage.